Welcome to the rabbit hole. Today's topic.
You are gay.
And now the hard-hitting question.
Why are you gay?
Okay, seriously, to bring us to a real topic of the day.
Yes, sir.
It's he wears the number 666 on his forehead, the mark of the MR.BEAST.
The fall of an empire.
Jimmy, no. Yeah.
Oh,
Jimmy.
Poor Jimmy. Is that his name, Jimmy?
Yeah.
So I don't know much about MR.BEAST except for, a few videos I've seen, and of course the scandals that have erupted over the last couple of weeks, months, whatever.
Yeah. I've never been a major fan or nothing.
I'm kind of a fan of what he does to an extent. I mean, for why he does it, I guess it's a mixed bag of why he does it, I'm sure, because there's the generosity and stuff and all that stuff that he wants to do. But at the same time, it's an enterprise. It's a business. It's also a viral sensation.
It is. I mean, it's making him millions of dollars, and that's these kinds of things. Nobody spends $500,000 without making two. It's so something like that's always been happening through all of his charity work, his humanitarian and awesome things. But yeah, lots of scandals coming up around him now. Because it originally started with one of his co-hosts, partners, one of his friends, Chris.
I forgot the entire name.
Yeah.
I've heard it so many times over the last few weeks, and I forgot it. But yeah, this poor soul made some mistakes, probably backed the wrong ponies in in some regards. Probably made some inappropriate comments to younger people, and all that stuff. It's just this is the kind of thing that a person like MR.BEAST, or I'll call him Jimmy. MR.BEAST, I don't like that. He really should distance himself from as much as he can. As soon as it happened, if you
really
want to maintain a squeaky clean, I'm a good person doing good deeds for the world kind of persona. Otherwise, as soon as that chum is in the water and the internet sharks start biting, you're going down with the ship, pal. You're going to need a bigger boat.
Well, you kind of should. And there's a lot of evidence, we could say. I don't think there's anything necessarily criminal being mentioned right now. I don't know all those details, but there's a lot of things that are showing that Chris having inappropriate communications actually happened, and you can see some of it, and a little bit of it's like that Jimmy, MR.BEAST, knew that it was happening. So it is. There's a lot of implications here,
Yeah, I don't see how you could ignore something like that happening in your own team.
So one of the biggest tells that I've heard is people are looking at archived videos of his that they have, and checking the timestamp, and then comparing it to what they are sitting at now. So then they're claiming that the MR.BEAST team has went back through their videos and edited out sections. Now, we were kind of talking about this, and I don't remember all of the names specifically, but there was a particular artist who is known for...
Well, we won't give him any due. He makes disgusting art.
Yeah, there you go.
That's disgusting!
And they had a poster, and so it's like they're editing out scenes and old videos where this stuff could be seen, and that seems sus. That smells like fish to me, guys.
Very sus.
Somebody's got the gills. Anyways.
And now, even with that aside, with his Beast games and stuff, all these people coming out saying that they're being mistreated at these events. And they're not getting water, they're not getting food, they're not getting rest, all this shit.
Yeah, I could imagine some of that happening with I don't know how big the MR.BEAST team is. Is it like an episode of Survivor, like that kind of a production team?
I think it was turning into that because now he's on Amazon, I believe. So I think now the production team's got to be pretty big, pretty substantial. His original team only consisted of a handful of people.
You could see how a handful of people would drop the ball. In a situation like that. Yeah. So all kinds of trouble for MR.BEAST, and I think the craziest thing is in his numbers. I don't think it's necessarily been showing up. There's been a little bit of a controversy about some because they took away the dislike button on YouTube. Like there's not like a count for how many dislikes you have anymore.
Right.
And the claim is that from the MR.BEAST team is that they're not really experiencing any like crazy dislike.
It's kind of funny how that happens.
Well,
really.
It's almost seeming impossible. Like the
Mhm.
claims that they're making sound like it's impossible. Like they're deleting comments, and people can see that they've deleted like tens of thousands of comments. So it's like how, these things don't correlate. Like why there would be so many deleted negative comments, because that's what you're assuming that they'd be deleting,
right?
And that's not correlating in the dislikes. So. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy going on around about it, and I don't know. And it reminds me of the Dr. Disrespect situation.
That kind of turned into 180, didn't it?
I don't know what's even happening with it right now, but like the thing is in the MR.BEAST situation, I feel like we already have more evidence than we have now on Doc, and Doc's already basically been canceled. He's trying to like stand up for himself, but you don't even know what happened in the Doc situation.
That's very true. There is much more evidence in this particular, arena.
Yeah, so some people have like mentioned like hypocrisy on the stances there, but I still want to know what Doc did.
Yeah,
because none of these people seem to be being punished criminally, so it's not a criminal thing. It's just like, how do you feel about what they did?
Right.
Like, and I think people should be able to make their own decision about that. Like,
sure.
It's
it's the way that the situation is cast in a certain kind of light.
Yeah.
That makes it so sensationalized.
Right. But is it really what you think it is?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, we're jumping on the MR.BEAST thing because it's popular and it's a hard hitting issue right now. And then just a few weeks ago, they were doing the same thing with Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah,
so.
I kind of want to say the same thing about both of them, is they both seem like genuinely nice guys.
Hey,
so I'd rather give them the benefit of the doubt than like people who are trying to clout chase in a way. Yeah.
I don't know too much about either one of them to make any kind of intelligent judgments on their character.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, most people are good people is the way that I would put it. So I would assume that they're.
I would hope. That's how I was raised.
Yeah. So fun times there.
You want to talk about some video games?
Yeah, what have you been playing?
So you turned me onto this a while ago, and I never thought I'd actually get it because I kind of have a fear of what lies beneath, especially underwater. So I got some Subnautica, finally. It was very cheap on the PlayStation Store. It was like $12, and at your recommendation, I picked it up. With some of the Neves guys videos you sent me and stuff, I thought it looked pretty cool. What I had no idea about, that was one of the most terrifying games I would ever experience in my life.
Yeah.
The most anxiety-driven...
Yeah, fear.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was... Getting out of the pod itself with it on fire is enough to be like, oh, okay, this is an intense situation. And then you have to dive for your basic stuff that you have to get, just to start the game, basically. And everything's all nice and calm. And the first thing that I noticed was the creepy vines. Those things, as I'm approaching them, I'm like, oh, okay, it's seaweed. I've swam through seaweed in real life before, a huge mess of it, and got entangled in it, so I can handle this in a video game, no problem. But then as soon as you get close enough to it, and it just kind of dude, the anxiety started, and it just built up from there.
Yeah.
From the fact that I have a fear of gigantic things underwater to begin with. Yeah, the aurora in the distance, knowing that thing is huge and in the water, yeah. Then the leviathans and the open space and the void that is Subnautica.
So this dude is terrified. I watched him play for a few minutes the other day, and I will tell you that the fear is real. There's a little short I think we have up on the channel that basically expresses what I mean, and the fear is real.
I'm surprised you haven't been attacked by it.
I rarely get attacked unless
that?
Oh, shit!
And I know I was scared of that game as well, but you've been playing mostly in creative mode from what I've seen, and like
I'm too terrified.
he can't
not
even be
to.
hurt in the game. Like that,
Right.
that is part of the creative mode. Is you're essentially in a god mode.
Yeah.
And it's still scary for him, and the fear is still real.
Yeah, I mean, I every time I log on now, it's so funny because the last time I played where I got any kind of distance away from my pod and saved it, I was being chased by 3 ghost leviathans in my sub. So, and I abandoned ship and I swam back to the pod. So now every time I want to go back to my sub, I have to swim out to the sub, which is still being attacked by these leviathans, and try to make it back, and I never make it back. They always just keep pushing my sub, like in all these. They launch my sub in the air. I can't do anything. I always have to abandon ship and swim back.
Yeah.
So yeah, Subnautica, it's out there. It's terrifying.
It really is for simple, and if you look at like the cover or the art that they use to promote it, it's colorful, like just like swimming in the sea. But no, it really is terrifying, and that's what I remember of my playthrough. And I played through the game, so like the fear of death was actually always there. But yeah, it was. I spent a lot of time within my first couple days just running back, like swimming out, and then just like, no, screw this, and swimming right back, and like, yeah, the fear is real. Like your heart starts beating, and it's wild. But yeah, the game's just an exploratory game. Things keep on stepping up a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten that far in the game. I think the last time I played it, my rescue ship was being shot down by an alien technology because of some plague or a disease or something like that. So yeah, I'm pretty far behind in the game. I haven't even approached the Sea Emperor or the lava field, anything like that. So there's a lot more of the game for me to explore. I just don't know if I'm gonna have the capacities to get that far in the game.
Yeah, understood. And we've been kind of busy too.
Yeah.
Because this next game I'm going to talk about gives me some of the same feels. It's like sometimes in some of the situations,
I think I know where you're going here.
It's like I got to turn around and run, man. I'm scared because if the Fun Pimps have finally released the update for the console version of 7 Days to Die.
Finally.
It's essentially 7 Days to Die 2 is what you should call it. They're calling it an update, and they say the game is still a beta version.
I noticed that. Yeah,
they have like new things that they already have lined up to download or to update with. So they're just saying it's not a complete version yet. They got more to add to it, which is wild.
It's very wild.
There's so much to this game.
Yeah.
When you're in it, it's a very immersive world. Jeremy and I have been playing it online.
Yeah.
And as long as we can get our connection to work, we're the shit.
Yeah.
We had a horde night the other night.
We did.
That was a ton of fun.
It was, and we actually survived it.
Yeah, yeah. I've been making a few videos on my own of my horde nights of the playthrough that I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I got one. And yeah, I built us the same base. I made it in like 4 in-game hours. It was like scrambled to put this together. It was
worked.
like 10 minutes in real life, and yeah, it did work.
Yeah.
It got us through.
I didn't even know what I was doing while he was building. I was out doing something. I was either collecting rocks or clay. That's what I did.
Yeah, I needed cobblestone.
Yeah, because go get cobblestone. Go get I'm gonna build us a fortress.
I've always called it like Minecraft with like zombies and weapons.
Yeah, it really, really is.
It's like adult Minecraft.
Much
in a way.
more complex.
I'll say it's adult because that makes me feel better about myself. But yeah, I've loved this game.
Yeah,
I've been into this game for like the last 10 years. So,
it is a blast to play.
Yeah, nothing's really helped my attention that as well as this has for this long. But yeah, check out the channel. I'm gonna keep on doing videos. I got another one recorded. I just put one up. So yeah, they're fun. So
I got another game that I'm playing that I was planning on making some videos of. I'm all about the horror stuff. So I got this game that takes place. Once again, I'm just testing my fears, and oil rigs in the middle of the oceans or giant bodies of water. Another fear of mine. So I got this game called Still Wakes the Deep, where you play person who is trying to escape the law because you got into some trouble on land. So you're trying to escape to this oil rig so you don't get arrested for whatever exactly it is that you're doing. But, yeah, you get caught out, and you're about to be shipped back to the mainland from this oil rig, and then all hell breaks loose. This weird substance just comes up from the ocean and starts taking over the entire rig, and your friends become these grotesque. Have you seen The Thing, the original The Thing?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, if for our audience out there who have seen the film The Thing, this is a lot like that as far as like body modification horror. It's really twisted, and it's really kind of like disgusting in a way. But as far as the monsters go, that's not the big issue. It explores so many different phobias. As far as like, you know, thalassophobia, the fear of open water. What is the fear of enclosed areas? Oh, claustrophobia. You have to swim in very narrow and very like you have to swim in like oil infested water, and yeah, it just explores a lot of different phobias. So I'm really excited to like explore this one even more because it's hard to play without just like going oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you have to climb up onto a helicopter and you have to use, you know, your R2 to climb, and you have to use your joystick and stuff, and there's a point at which you lose your grip and you have to grab on with the L2 trigger. So it's almost instinctive in a way. And if you don't act instinctively, you fall into the ocean to your death, and you have to start over. But yeah, great game. Love it. It's a beautifully made game. It's a beautiful looking game. I highly recommend it. Still wakes the deep. So yeah, look out for videos on that. So yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Right on, dude.
Yeah, so that's about what I got for this one, man.
Yeah, me too.
So we're going to get back to some gaming.
Hell yeah.
And some music creation. I guess that's the last thing I got. We've been that's kind of where our focus has been for the last few weeks is
that's true.
Some of the music that we've been working on.
Yeah, you've noticed a lot of video game and music stuff coming up. I have a mix out there that is doing pretty good on YouTube right now. That's what I do in my spare time. I spin mixes and do DJ sets. I'll probably post some more of those. I got another one up there right now that's just a remix session of 80s and 90s hits, basically. And you'll notice that it's under a series called Not a DJ because I'm not great at it yet. I plan on getting better, but this is a progression, and you'll notice it throughout the set. So just give me time. I will be your DJ hero.
Right on. Yeah, cool. And on top of that, I mean, we got a little band project that we're working on behind the scenes.
Very excited about.
Very excited about what's going on.
That's starting to sound really good. Things are starting to cohesively, you know, come together. And we still don't have a name for it yet.
No.
Still trying to figure out a name for it. Any suggestions out there? We're open.
And we will appreciate and take, and we are requesting all of the assistance from all of our glomosexuals.
Absolutely.
To push that out for us and help us make it go viral big time.
I guess if we want to give them like a little bit of a teaser, what kind of music would you say this is?
How did you classify it? Because I agreed with what
I'd say as far as our past work notwithstanding, this new stuff I would classify almost as like doom metal.
Doom metal, yeah. There you go.
It's very it's bleak. Humanity is lost. All that stuff. And it's weird because I'm not that kind of a person at all, but I love singing about it and I love writing about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think for like today's time, it's very fitting because we all gonna die.
Oh, it's apropos as fuck. I mean, Apophis is gonna take us out in 19 years, and nukes from Putin, and all these bacterial plagues, they're coming up from the permafrost that's melting.
Global warming.
Yeah, global warming,
Is that
global
still a
cooling.
thing? Climate change?
Dude, it never ends.
The dragons. Fucking dragons.
Fucking dragons. Those caves that they're hearing all these weird, monstrous noises from. Yeah, bro.
The fucking Euphrates is drying up, guys.
Yeah. Their pyramid just crumbled.
What?
Yeah, a pyramid just crumbled somewhere in Mexico. They're taking it as a bad sign.
Those aren't real pyramids.
And there was a double arch in Utah that was up for millions of years. That just crumbled. out of nowhere.
Millions of years?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. It's a stone structure.
Okay, I think I get you.
Yeah. But
Dinosaurs built it.
So to leave you on a grim note, this has been The Rabbit Hole, episode 24.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe below for more. Peace out.
Yep.